Okay, so I just did this Twin Falls County Fair, and the owner, or the boss there, had bleachers that went out and got blown over like last December, and they had all this aluminum out there that was all bent up. There's little Sammy. So I asked him, if I could buy some of the aluminum, and this is what I got. So this stuff here is the actual treads that people walked on, and it's pretty good heavy-duty stuff. So that's going to be my Y. And then I got these big, I'll make a full 4-foot by 8-foot machine. I got two perfect, just under 4-foot by 8-foot. And then my rails will run down the side, bearings and all that stuff. And these are the legs. These were off the steps, and I found 4 of them that were really good. So the square will sit on here and go out 8 feet back around, and then there'll be another one on the bottom for a shelf. So there's one for each corner of that. And then these pieces were like broke off of the thing, but they're perfectly welded in a 90. So I'm gonna cut this off and then put bearings on either side of here, and that'll run down, and that'll extend that up for the gantry style, so it goes up and over the frame. And then I got all these nice chunks of heavy, really wide heavy stuff, and then I got 90-degree stuff here, a whole pile of it, a bunch of thin, smaller pieces, and then end caps for those treads. So this should really, I'll put 3/4 of an inch of plywood on the top one, and then a 1/2 inch on the second rung of that. So, and that'll be, I'm going to make it to where it'll go all the way past the 8-foot, and then all the way past the 4-foot, so that my bit will start right at the edge of a 4-foot 8 by 8 sheet of plywood from corner to corner, and from corner to corner I'll be able to put my bit anywhere on a 4-foot by 8-foot sheet of plywood, and or any other piece of material, have a vise and all that stuff, and then I'll have my 4th axis somewhere able to set across one of these rails for strength. But yeah, this is the first edition of the Bleacher Cnc Build. So this will be a machine running and cutting parts very quickly. I've got some jobs I need to do, and I need to turn this into a machine that moves and will do what I tell it to. So all that eventually will be a 4-foot by 8-foot CNC machine. And thanks to everybody that was around to help me get this material. Been trying to work on it for probably a good 1.5 years now, almost 2 years, trying to get a big machine. So, alright, that's the first update of the Bleacher CNC Build. We'll see you guys later on the next one.